The director is the creative force behind a project. Hey guys, it's udo-ema, and you're watching Full Field, where we focus on the latest video trends and techniques and frame the conversation just for you. Last year around this time, I did a video titled, What Does a Producer Do? And it was really well received, so thank you for that. With that in mind, I thought I'd do something similar this time around. This time, let's talk about directors. When you read headlines, you would think that a director is the end-all be-all of creative authority on a movie set. Well, first, let me clear something up. There are a lot of creative minds involved in a video or a movie or a TV show. The director is just one of many. See, it depends on the medium. That dictates what role the director is going to play, and it can be very different depending on the format. In a movie, the director is typically the captain of the ship. On a television show, on the other hand, the captain, also known as the showrunner, usually isn't the director. In fact, it's usually the head writer. Now, in case I haven't mentioned it, in addition to being an editor, I proudly refer to myself as a producer. So I take a little bit of umbrage to the idea that the producer is just the money guy and doesn't have or doesn't deserve any creative input. In my view, the director is in charge of performance. That's it. Now, that's not a small thing, but that's the primary role of the director. Individual actors are responsible for their own performance, but it's the director's job to make sure all of those performances come together in the best way possible. I always shake my head when I hear someone say, oh, that actor, he's usually pretty good, but he was terrible in that one movie. Yes, the responsibility does fall on the actor, but it's kind of the director's job to make sure that that doesn't happen. He's overseeing everything, right? At the root, the director is in charge of performance. No more, no less. You'll often hear people talk about big-name directors like Spielberg or Tim Burton or Ridley Scott, and they seem to be in charge of all aspects of the production. Well, that's because in the film industry, a lot of people can wear a lot of different hats, and authority can be arranged in a lot of different ways. Now, I would call these guys producer-directors, but the producer part tends to get cut off, and now they're just directors. Let's look at it this way. An analogy I like is to compare a film cast and crew to an NFL team. The producer is the owner of the team. The director is the head coach. Your leading man or woman, that's your quarterback, and the rest of the cast are your receivers and running backs. The rest of the crew, those are your linemen. Not as much glory, but imagine what would happen if they weren't there doing their jobs. And they all play for the league, or the studio. At the end of the day, the coach calls the plays. Coaches coach, and directors direct. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to like it and tweet it and share it. And if this is your first time watching, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get your weekly dose of video tradecraft, framed and in focus. I'm udo-ema, you've been watching Full Field, and we'll see you next time.